Students?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible? Yes.
Completely.
Right. Right. So last class we have seen the linear transformations and that means matrices were particularly seen the solutions of simultaneous equations, linear simultaneous equations. We have solved using the matrix methods. Okay, reducing that into echelon form, the system of equations, homogeneous system, non-homogeneous system we have solved. Yeah. Now, next part of these matrices were eigenvalues and eigenvectors and applications. Okay, this 6th unit deals to you the eigenvalues, eigenvectors and applications. So here we will find out the eigenvalue and eigenvector of the given matrix and their applications in finding the diagonalization. Okay, their Kelly-Hamilton theorem as a part of the applications, and also the quadratic forms, and finally this eigenvalue method to solve the system of differential equations, simultaneous differential equations that we will see, both ordinary differential equations and the partial differential equations we can solve by the eigenvalue method. This is the main components are the topics in the unit 6, the last unit. So today we will plan it for the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. What is eigenvalue? What is eigenvector? Okay, that we will see in this today's lecture. Here the definition of eigenvalue and eigenvector. Any number, so that is a constant number, that is lambda, belongs to the scalar, that is a scalar, lambda is a scalar. Lambda belongs to a field, scalar field f, is called an eigenvalue or the latent root of a linear transformation T maps V into V if there exists the vector u belongs to the vector space V where u not equal to 0. That means it is not a zero vector, it must be a non-zero vector such that if there is a non-zero vector such that T of u is equal to lambda u. That means u will be the solution of this linear transformation. So hence T of u is equal to lambda u. So then this scalar value lambda is called the eigenvalue and u is called the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda. Okay. So this is the basic definition of the eigenvalue in form of the linear transformation. Where we can define it here in the matrices, that because we know that matrix can be associated with the linear transformation, that linear transformation matrix of transformation, right? A will be associated. So now consider the matrix A. A is of order n by n, a square matrix of order n that may be a singular or non-singular. Okay, if X is the non-zero solution, let if there exists any non-zero solution X for the equation Ax is equal to lambda x for any scalar lambda, Ax is equal to lambda x. Please mind it here. If any solution, that non-zero solution of the equation Ax is equal to lambda x for any scalar lambda, then this non-zero solution X is called the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda. Okay, students, understand? The matrix equation Ax is equal to lambda x, its non-zero solution X, Ax is equal to lambda x. Ax is equal to lambda x. Find it, where x is the vector, that non-zero vector, if it is non-zero vector, Ax is equal to lambda x satisfies this matrix equation, then X is called the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda. Okay, So please clearly understood here that any scalar lambda is said to be a eigenvalue if there exists a non-zero solution x such that satisfies the matrix equation Ax is equal to lambda x, where x is non-zero solution or non-zero vector. So therefore, if it satisfies Ax is equal to lambda x, then x is said to be the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda. So where lambda is called the eigenvalue and x is called the eigenvector. So let's see it here. This is the matrix equation Ax is equal to lambda x. This we may be written Ax is equal to lambda is a scalar, x is there, so therefore we maybe put it I into x. So therefore I into x will give you again x only. So therefore this we write into the form as a minus lambda I into x is equal to 0. Okay, a minus lambda I into x is equal to 0, where we can see it clearly. This is say some say b. Okay, so that is the form bx is equal to 0. Bx is equal to 0. So what is the nature, what is the system it is? The system is very clear. Bx is equal to 0 means either it is a homogeneous system or non-homogeneous system.
Homogeneous.
Very good. It is a homogeneous system. It is always consistent because it has a trivial solution always. But we needed that x is the non-zero solution. That means non-trivial solution is needed. So when we can obtain the non-trivial solution for this homogeneous system? So remember the nature of the non-homogeneous system, please. When we can get it, the non-trivial solution for the homogeneous system, Bx is equal to O.
That Vx is equal to 0?
Yeah, Bx is equal to 0. That is the homogeneous system. When the system has the non-trivial solution. Rank of B. Please tell me, remember what is the nature of the homogeneous system? What, man? No one is responding. How we describe the nature of the system, homogeneous system or non-homogeneous system? Because here it is very clear Bx is equal to 0 is the homogeneous system. This homogeneous system is having the solutions, unique solution and the infinitely many solutions. That unique solution, it is a trivial solution. We don't want the trivial solution, we want only the non-zero solution, that is a non-trivial solution. When we can get it, this system has non-trivial solution if
So length is less than order.
Less than n number of unknowns, right?
Yes.
Right, very good. But here that B is of order n by n. That means B means A by A is the order, A is the matrix. It is associated in B. So therefore, that same order of A is B also having. So therefore, here rank of B, that means rank of A minus lambda I. A minus lambda I is one matrix. Is less than n, the number of unknowns. Number of unknowns. So at what is the possibility where the rank of n is less than n means? Right? Determinant of the matrix is equal to 0. Right? Why? Because it is not the highest minor. minor, highest minor n, nth order minor is 0 because the rank is less than n. So therefore nth order minor will be 0, right? Nth order minor
Yes, sir.
means its determinant of the matrix is equal to 0, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Once we got, yeah, first you need it. These are very important points. These x is said to be the non-zero solution of the matrix equation. Then that non-zero solution is said to be eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda, and it satisfies it's as the homogeneous system a minus lambda I into x is equal to 0. This homogeneous system requires the non-trivial solutions. That means determinant of a minus lambda I is equal to 0. This is called characteristic equation. This is called characteristic equation. It results in u a polynomial in lambda of degree n. Finding this determinant of a minus lambda I is equal to 0 will giving you a polynomial in lambda of degree n, and this is how this polynomial will be. Okay, there will be the coefficient c1, c2 like, so that polynomial will be like this. It is a characteristic equation. Okay, so that is a polynomial in lambda of degree n. Okay, so hence it has n roots. That means say lambda 1 comma lambda 2 comma so on lambda n. They are the eigenvalues. So therefore each eigenvalue associated to you with different or some same eigenvectors. That okay, each eigenvalue resulting you the solution of the equation ax is equal to lambda x. That solutions were the eigenvectors. These are eigenvalues. Okay, understand? This is characteristic equation. Determinant of a minus lambda I is equal to 0. For finding the eigenvalues, eigenvectors of any matrix A of order n, first write down its characteristic equation. Determinant of a minus lambda I is equal to 0, and that result in u a polynomial in lambda of degree n, and it needed to solve, and it has n roots. That n roots of the characteristic equations are called the eigenvalues, and the corresponding solutions of each eigenvalue is called the eigenvector respectively. Okay, they are the solutions of this equation, matrix equation. Through the definition of the eigenvalues, so we can describe the matrix equation ax is equal to lambda x, that associated you the homogeneous system. For getting the non-zero solutions, that modulus of the determinant of a minus lambda I is equal to 0. It results in a polynomial in lambda of degree n. It has n roots. They are called the characteristic roots or eigenvalues. That corresponding solutions are called eigenvectors. x1, x2, x3, so on, xn. Okay. These eigenvalues may be distinct or equal. Okay, but the corresponding eigenvectors are different. So here one more point I would like to explore you, that the eigenvectors are not unique corresponding to the eigenvalue, but they are constant multiples. Say x n is equal to c into x. Okay, so that resulting u n number, it is not xn, it means this is not xn. I would like to use some eigenvector is equal to the constant multiple say x is equal to the capital X, or say maybe xi, whatever it is. Okay, c into xi, constant multiple. So therefore, this eigenvector, it is not unique. They are constant multiple of the vectors. Okay, it can be said. Now there are some properties of the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. The sum of eigenvalues is called the trace of A. Trace of A means sum of the principal diagonal elements of the matrix. Okay, the sum of all the eigenvalues resulting you the trace of A, and the product of all the eigenvalues is equal to the determinant of the matrix. Determinant of the matrix. These are very two important points. One is sum of the eigenvalues is trace A, and product of eigenvalues is determinant of A. Next, another definitions which we can see, the spectrum of A, the set of all eigenvalues. Set of all eigenvalues of the matrix is called a spectrum of the given matrix. Spectrum radius, that means the maximum value, maximum eigenvalue is called the spectrum radius, that resulting you the distance from zeta origin. Okay, next, eigenspace, the set of eigenspace is defined as the union of zero vector and the set of all eigenvectors corresponding to the eigenvalues. It is a subspace in Rn, so it is called the eigenspace of lambda. Eigenspace of lambda. If determinant of A is equal to 0, if determinant of A is equal to 0 means one of eigenvalue is 0. If and only if one of eigenvalue is equal to 0. Why? Because product of all the eigenvalues is equal to determinant of the matrix. That A is equal to 0 means that one of the eigenvalue is equal to 0. At least one eigenvalue is 0. Okay, and the eigenvalues of a triangular matrix, whatever that may be, upper triangular matrix or lower triangular matrix, the eigenvalues are its principal diagonal elements. If A is a triangular matrix, then the eigenvalues of A are diagonal element, principal diagonal elements of A. That is principal diagonal elements of A. Okay, so like that we can define, and there will be, these are already we have, this is the based on this theorem we can define the eigenvalues and eigenvectors, that is already we have. Now eigenvalue problem means that to finding the eigenvalues eigenvectors corresponding to the eigenvalues, the process of finding eigenvalues and eigenvectors of any given square matrix A is called the eigenvalue problem. Eigenvalue problem. Okay, there some of the definitions we can describe. There is a unitary matrix A transpose into conjugate of A is equal to I. Then the matrix A is said to be unitary matrix. Orthogonal matrix A into A transpose is equal to I. If A into A transpose is equal to I, then the matrix A is called orthogonal. Hermitian matrix, if A is equal to A conjugate transpose, if A is equal to A conjugate transpose, then that matrix is said to be Hermitian matrix. Okay, and skew Hermitian matrix, A conjugate is equal to negative coefficient of A transpose, then the matrix is said to be skew Hermitian matrix. There are some type of the matrices which we can, this positive definite, which we can define that X transpose, that is conjugate of X transpose A into X, it resulting you the quadratic form. We will discuss about this positive definite or negative definite in the quadratic forms. Okay, later we will see that. Now properties of eigenvalues and eigenvectors. There are very simple properties are there that based on the definition of the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So we will noting here, there are 11 properties are there. So we will see one by one. Matrix A alpha into a for any alpha scalar or a constant. So matrix A alpha into A has eigenvalue alpha into lambda. If lambda is the eigenvalue of a square matrix A and X is an eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda, that means they satisfies the matrix equation Ax is equal to lambda x, where assumed that lambda is the eigenvalue and x is the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda. Okay, this is the definition of the eigenvector and eigenvalue, right? Any scalar lambda is said to be the eigenvalue if there exists a non-zero solution of the matrix equation Ax is equal to lambda x, then that x is said to be the eigenvector. X is said to be the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda. This is the definition of the eigenvalue and eigenvector. Okay, now this is A has the eigenvalue lambda and eigenvector x corresponding to eigenvalue lambda. It is okay. These are for lambda and x are eigenvalue and eigenvector of the matrix, square matrix A. Now alpha into A has the eigenvalue eigenvector, which are alpha into lambda is the eigenvalue. This is the property. Okay, it is just simple. If lambda is the eigenvalue and x is the eigenvector to the matrix A, then Ax is equal to lambda x. Now multiply alpha on both sides, it results in you alpha A into x is equal to alpha into lambda into x, because alpha is a scalar or constant. So in such case, it is also satisfies the matrix equation for corresponding lambda and the eigenvector x. It is also satisfying. So hence here A alpha minus alpha lambda into I into x is equal to 0. It resulting you the non-zero solutions. So therefore, obviously A into alpha is the new matrix. So therefore, its eigenvalue is alpha into lambda. Alpha into lambda. Okay. Right. If a matrix A has eigenvalue lambda and eigenvector corresponding eigenvector x, then A into alpha into A has the eigenvalue alpha into lambda. That is, and the matrix A power m has eigenvalue lambda power m. Okay, the same which we have clearly written here, that Ax is equal to lambda x, A power m into x is equal lambda power m into x. This is okay. Then A minus k into I, k is any constant. The matrix A minus ki has eigenvalue lambda minus k, and the corresponding eigenvector is same. Eigenvector is same. A is the basic definition, x is equal to lambda x. A minus now checking for the eigenvector and eigenvalue of A minus ki, so that A minus ki also needed to satisfy the condition A minus ki into x is equal to lambda minus k into x. We have derived here, you see, Ax minus ki into x. Ax is lambda x, so now taking common x, so lambda minus k into x we have. Now we have seen that very clearly. A minus ki into x is equal to lambda minus k into x. So therefore, in place of this matrix, here some scalar is there, lambda minus k. So hence A minus ki has the eigenvalue lambda minus k with the same eigenvector xx. Similarly, the matrix A inverse has eigenvalue lambda power minus 1 or 1 by lambda. The same which case. And also A minus ki inverse. A minus ki inverse also have the eigenvalue 1 by lambda minus k. and the corresponding eigenvector is same. Eigenvalue of A and A transpose, eigenvalues of A and A transpose are same. For the real matrix A, if A plus I beta, a complex number, is an eigenvalue, then its conjugate is also an eigenvalue. Okay, because if A plus I beta is a root of the characteristic equation, obviously it is also a root, like that. So therefore, if A plus alpha plus I beta is an eigenvalue, then its conjugate alpha minus I beta is also an eigenvalue. Right. If X is the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda, at this point already I said, then Cx is also the eigenvector for the corresponding eigenvalue, C into X. So therefore, eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue is not unique. So then we can say that eigenvector is unique up to the constant multiple. Constant multiple. The trace of A is sum of A. Det of A is equal product of A. And if lambda is the eigenvalue of orthogonal matrix A, then 1 by lambda is the eigenvalue. If lambda is the eigenvalue of an orthogonal matrix A, then 1 by lambda is also eigenvalue. Okay. Then eigenvectors corresponding to distinct eigenvalues. This must be a very important point. This will help you later. Eigenvectors corresponding to the distinct eigenvalues are linearly independent. See this one. This is important point. This will help you in the process of diagonalization later applications. Okay. Good. Now here we will look at a problem. I would like to take you a problem first to explaining you, and I will solve you the problem. Here I would like to giving you the simple explanation how to find out the eigenvalues and eigenvectors for the given square matrix. Suppose A is given 5, 4, 1, 2. For finding the eigenvalues and eigenvector, first write its characteristic equation. Determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to 0. Find out its determinant. It resulting you the characteristic equation, and that roots are called the eigenvalues. So therefore, the eigenvalues of the matrix A are the roots of the characteristic equations. Lambda is equal to 6 and 1. Now you have to find out the eigenvectors. That means the corresponding solution of Ax is equal to lambda x for the corresponding eigenvalues. Each eigenvalue 6 and 1. Because A is 2 by 2 matrix and its a vector can be taken 1 by 2, a vector with 2 elements only. So therefore, that x is equal to, say, x comma y transpose, or that is a vector it is taking x to y. Okay, be the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda. So therefore, that must satisfy the matrix equation Ax is equal to lambda x, or the characteristic equation, not characteristic equation, the matrix equation A minus lambda I into x is equal to 0. So therefore, A minus lambda I is this much into x is equal to 0. This is a homogeneous system. We have to solve this system of equation for the corresponding lambda, where first lambda 1 is equal to, say, 6, put it lambda is equal to 6 over there, and getting here that minus 1, 4 and 1, 4. Now we need to solve this system of equations for this. We have to solve that. That solution I will giving you the simple logic later in solution of the problem. Like that, we have to find out the vector. That means the solution of the matrix equation of each eigenvalue, resulting you the eigenvectors. Okay, that is called. Okay, let's see the problem solving. I will taking you here into the another page. I'm going into you so that you could understood very easily. I'm doing the problem here for your convenience, right? I'm just solving you the 3 by 3 matrix here. Where is that notes also have the problems, but anyhow we can solve it. Different problems so that you will be very easy to understand that one, right? Good. Find the values and eigenvectors of the matrix 5 minus 2 0 minus 2 6 2 0 2 7. Okay, this is the given matrix. We have to find out the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So you can also try. Given that A is equal to the square matrix 5 minus 2 0 minus 2 6 2 0 2 7, right? So let first write down, let x be an eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda. Therefore Ax is equal to, that is Ax is equal to lambda into x, right? Good. So for finding the eigenvalues and eigenvectors, first write down its characteristic equation, or we may be drawn from it here itself. That implies a minus lambda I into x is equal to 0. Okay, so therefore this is a equation 1. Now for the eigenvalues and eigenvectors, in that sense, for non-zero solution of x, okay, for the eigenvalues and eigenvectors, or we maybe exclude this one, the characteristic equation is writing directly. Therefore the characteristic equation is determinant of a minus lambda I is equal to 0, right? So therefore that implies what is determinant of a minus lambda. This is a minus lambda into I, determinant of, I am just writing 5 minus 2 0. First step I will explore, so therefore you can do it 0 2 7. Oh, sorry, this is determinant of the total, na? Can I write it directly here? 5 minus lambda, 6 minus lambda, 7 minus lambda, right? Is equal to 0. Okay? A minus lambda I. A is this much minus lambda into I is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. A minus lambda I gives you this much, right? Now you can see its determinant, that implies 5 minus lambda into 6 minus lambda into 7 minus lambda AD minus BC minus of minus 2 into minus 2 into 7 minus lambda minus 0 plus 0 is equal to 0, right? That of the matrix. That resulting U 5 minus lambda into, so we can simplify this one, that resulting U 6 sevens are 42, 42 minus 4 36, 36 minus 6 lambda minus 6 lambda minus 13 lambda plus lambda square plus 2 into 2 lambda minus 14 is equal to 0. Again you simplify it here. 5 into 35, how much? 5 into 36?
So
Ah,
it will be 38.
42.
42 minus 4,
Right,
38.
very good, very good. That T. 42 minus 4, 38, sorry. Good. So 150, 41, 90, right? Minus 65 lambda plus 5 lambda square minus 38 lambda plus 13 lambda square minus lambda cube plus 4 lambda minus 28 is equal to 0. Simplify this. Minus lambda cube, lambda square terms 13 plus 8, 13 plus 5 plus 18 lambda square, lambda terms minus 65 minus 34 plus 4 minus 34, 99 lambda,
Yes, sir.
99 lambda. Next 190 minus 28,
Plus 162.
162 is equal to 0. Yeah. So or we maybe write it lambda cube minus 18 lambda square minus 99 lambda plus 162 is equal to 0. Right? So now we find out the roots. I hope these roots you find out. Lambda
So
is
936.
369.
Yes, sir.
Sir, 69. Therefore, the eigenvalues are 369. That is lambda 1 is equal to 3, lambda 2 is equal to 6, lambda 3 is equal to 9. Okay. So now to find out the eigenvectors, how we can find out the eigenvectors? Eigenvectors are the solutions corresponding to the each eigenvalue. Okay, these are the eigenvalues. Now finding eigenvectors. Corresponding to to each eigenvalue. Each eigenvalues. Okay. So number 1, if for lambda 1 is equal to 3. Okay. If for lambda 1 is equal to 3. So from equation 1, that must be satisfied now. We have to find out x. X means that eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda 1 may be taken as x. Let the required eigenvector be x1 corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda 1. So in such case, x1 lambda 1 satisfies this equation. That means a x1 is equal to lambda 1 x, right? Or a minus lambda 1 into I is equal to x1 is equal to 0. Now from 1 we can write it. They must be satisfied. A minus lambda 1 into I into x1 is equal to 0. Or taking this x1 is equal to x, y, z. Okay, x, y, z, 1 by 3, because A is 3 by 3 matrix. So therefore the vector being 3 elements, x, y, z, you can take it. So therefore x1 is equal to x, y, z. Right? Or you maybe take it x1, y1, z1 also. x1, y1, z1. Now take it. So a minus lambda 1 into I. That means a minus lambda 1 is 3 into I into x1 is equal to 0. This will be the matrix. A means how much is A matrix is this now 5 minus 2 0. A minus lambda I is 5 minus lambda minus 2 0 minus 2 6 minus lambda 2 0 2 7 minus lambda. Putting lambda is equal to 3 1. So therefore 5 minus lambda 1. May I write like this? After we will substitute lambda 1. Five minus lambda 1 minus 2 0 minus 2 6 minus lambda 1 2 0 2 7 minus lambda 1 into x1 is we considered x1 y1 z1 is equal to 0 0 0. Right? Now we have lambda 1 is equal to 3. Put it lambda 1 is equal to 3. So 5 minus 3 2 minus 2 0 minus 2 minus 3 means 9. No, sorry, 3 only, no. 6 minus 3 3 2 0 2 7 minus 3 4 into x1 y1 z1. Is equal to 0 0 0. Right? So now clearly see that this is a homogeneous system. This we have to be solved. How we can solve this system? First reduce this matrix into row echelon form, making here zeros and here 0. So for that, what is the row operation we can apply? Can you tell me what will be the row operations? In R2, apply
R2 plus R1.
R2 plus R1. In R3 already 0 is there, no need. So therefore, which implies there is no change in the first row. 2 minus 2 0. This will be R2 plus R1 0 1 2, right? This is as it is. R3 is as it is. 0 2 4 x1 x2. Oh my god, x1 y1 z1, that is equal to 0 0 0. Yeah, that operation is not applicable in the vector, only the coefficient matrix. And now next you make it here 0, right? So therefore, what will be the operation in R3? R3 minus 2R2. Okay, so that resulting you two minus 2 0 0 1 2 0 0 0 x1 y1 z1 is equal to 0 0 0. Now tell me, what is the rank of the coefficient matrix? This is in the row echelon form. Rank of the matrix is right? Why? Because it is in row echelon form and it has two non-zero rows, so therefore rank of A is 2, and which is less than number of unknowns, right? How many number of unknowns are there? x1 x2 x3.
3.
So therefore it results in you the solution. So therefore, how many independent solutions are there? One independent solution exists. So now we write them into the equation form. That will result in you 2x1 minus 2y1 is equal to 0 plus 0 into z1, and another one y1 plus 2z1 is equal to 0. So is there is any third equation? No. So therefore it has one independent solution. So for that one independent solution, we maybe take it z1 is equal to k. Let that independent solution 1, z1 is equal to k. Then y1 is equal to minus 2k. Then x1 is equal to right? Okay. Y1 is equal to 2k now. Minus 2k, right? X1 is equal to minus 2k, because from this one x1 is equal to y1 minus 2k and k. So therefore the solution is x1 is equal to x1 y1 z1, that is equal to x1 is minus 2k, y1 is also minus 2k, z1 is k. Z1 is k. That implies we can rewrite this one k into minus 2 1. So hence we can take it the required eigenvector x1 is equal to minus 2 1, corresponding to eigenvalue lambda 1 is equal to 3. Okay, this is first eigenvalue and first eigenvector, right? In the same way you can find out the eigenvector for next eigenvalue lambda 2 is equal to, for lambda 2 is equal to 6. I'm just doing in fast. Lambda 2 is equal to 6. So the solution will be determinant of A minus lambda 2 into I into x2 is equal to 0. Let that eigenvector x2 is equal to x2 y2 z2. So therefore it will be 5 minus lambda 2 minus 2 0 minus 2 6 minus lambda 2 2 0 2 7 minus lambda 2 into x2 y2 z2 is equal to 0 0 0. Okay, now put it that value, it resulting you lambda 2 is equal to 6 minus 1 minus 2 0 minus 2 0 2 0 2 1. Okay, into x2 y2 z2 is equal to 0 0 0. Now here also we can make it in R2 R2 minus 2R1 resulting you minus 1 minus 2 0 0 R2 minus 2R1. So therefore it will be 4R 2 0 2 1 into x2 y2 z2 is equal to 0 0 0. Okay, now we make it in R3 2R3 minus R2, it will giving you 0 minus 1 minus 2 0 0 4 2 0 0 0 into x2 y2 z2 is equal to 0 0 0. It resulting you here also rank of the matrix A is equal to 2, and here don't confuse, this is modified A because A minus lambda 2i, so it is not A, it cannot be same for always. Remember, this rank of the above coefficient matrix, this may be A1, I can write it, A2, sorry, A2 I can write, okay, the above matrix, rank of the above coefficient matrix is equal to 2, and then it is less than number of unknowns, so hence n minus r is equal to 3 minus 2 is equal to 1 arbitrary constant or independent solution. That one independent solution may be take it z2 is equal to k. You may take it any x2 or y2 or z2, whatever it is. It is not compulsory only to take it z2 is constant, arbitrary constant. So therefore this will be minus x1 minus 2y2 minus 2x2 minus 1 into x2 minus x2 minus 2 into y2 is equal to 0. Next 4y2 plus 2z2 is equal to 0. So if z2 is equal to k, then y2 is equal to 1 by 2 into k na, minus 1 by 2 into k, right? Then x2 is equal to minus 2y2 minus 2y2 means k, right? 2 to get cancelled. You just substitute y2 is equal to minus 1 by 2 here plus k. So therefore required vector x2 is equal to x2 y2 z2, that is equal to k, y2 is minus 1 by 2 k and k, that is equal to, it may be take it k by 2 common, it resulting you 2 minus 1 2. So hence you take it that corresponding eigenvector x2 is equal to 2 minus 1 2 is the eigenvector corresponding to eigenvalue lambda 2 is equal to 6. In the same way you can find out the eigenvalue for lambda 3 is equal to 9, corresponding eigenvector x3 is equal to, that is 1 2 2. We just show this one. Okay, can you find out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, students, in the same way you go ahead about to solving the all these finding eigenvalues and eigenvectors. I will share you the material. You follow that one. Okay. Any doubts?
Sir,
It
should be -1 2 2.
Which one?
Sir, this lambda 3 is equal to 9.
Lambda 3 is?
So -1, it should be there.
-1?
-1, then 2 2. So
minus
that some -1 or 2. So equation is coming like this: -4x minus 2y is equal to 0.
Okay, maybe I need to check. I will check and update. Okay, I will upload this one by checking. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Good. Then any